What's up, everybody? My name is Lheyton Cook. I'm 28 from California in the United States, and family man, entrepreneur. I make content about helping, young men and men alike trying to better themselves, self-improvement, a lot of things like that, fitness, things like that. Just all things around, improving and becoming a better father, husband, things like that. And as far as where I was before I met Yanele, it was really like I was making content, but I wasn't nearly as consistent as I should have been, and I needed help. I was basically just letting time pass me by. Like I'm like, I'll get to it when I get to it, but that never comes because I have freaking a bunch of babies, and it's not gonna happen, bro. You're too busy. So I knew I should have done it, and then he came at the right freaking time, and I was like, all right, let's do this. And then as soon as we freaking connected, bro, freaking business hockey stick, man. So yeah.
Before we started working together, like obviously, like how do you react when someone like messages you saying, "Yo, I can double your reach in like the next 30 days." It's like some kid with like Canva profile picture and things like that, and like one testimonial. Like, where were you before we started working together?
So first of all, as far as my reaction to it, not even just you, anybody who messages me like, "Hey, W Reach, I can give you 1 million views in freaking 90 days," or whatever people say, I'm always like skeptical. You're like, "Nah, it's a spam, bro." Like you just write it off almost, right? I'm so freaking glad, man. I don't know what it was. This is one time I was like, I'm gonna entertain this gentleman right here. I'm gonna see what's up. Let's test him real quick, right? So I'm glad I responded because obviously I got introduced to you, man, or you introduced yourself. You reached out, and I was so glad, man. I'm so glad. Like we're gonna get into the details of why I'm so excited, but I mean, dude, the results speak for itself. I'm glad that I entertained this one time where I was like, let me just see what's up, man. Because you've been legit, bro. And I've heard of other people too when they respond to people like that who reach out, like, hey, I can do this with you, I can do this to your personal brand, I can help you scale, and they don't deliver the results. They're not really responsive. Might be a little bit difficult to work with. Maybe they can't handle the workload, and you have been the exact opposite of that. And so I was pleasantly surprised, man. I was kind of, to be honest, expecting like, man, it's probably not going to last very long, but it's okay. Still going to try it anyways. And then if it doesn't work, then on to the next. And then as far as where I was before you, I've made social media content for a while, like for other people's brands, and also for my own TikTok and stuff like that. But it was like I can't handle everything, man. I got a bunch of different brands that I manage. I have my own personal brand that I manage. I got to make sure, like, I got to bring in, a team. I gotta figure this out on how I can handle this workload. And so, man, you were that, bro. So this helps so much, man, tremendously as far as everything you've done for my personal brand thus far. And obviously, this is just the beginning to, a long, lifelong relationship.
What do you feel made us stand out in terms of like how we reached out to you, in terms of like how we connected with you essentially?
That's a good question. So I think first of all, you guys just led with value. It wasn't just like you reached out to me and said, "Hey, I can double your reach," or whatever the case is. You sent a Google Drive link with reels, and you're like, "Hey, check these out. Let me know if you like them." Bro, that's freaking perfect, man. Everybody, and I'm not saying I'm like some super wealthy guy, but every person who's super wealthy or successful in some way, they're gonna ignore 99% of their messages unless there's value somewhere in there. Like they're gonna just see something like a headline, skip, up, skip, skip, and then they see one where it says, "Hey, I made this for you for free." You're at least gonna open it up. So I opened it up, and then the reels were fire. I was like, "Bro, this is dope." Like I got to see the long form episode or interview that I did with, I think it was with Marquette, and you chopped it up and made some fire reels, and I was like, "Bro," I ended up using some of them to post on the page. You said, "Hey man, you can post them for free. Do whatever you want with them. I just want to show you what we can do." I was like, "Bro, that's what's up, man." And then on top, no. Actually, let me tell you this, because this is how you went above and beyond, man. I asked you for an edit request before we were even working together. I was like, "Bro, this reel is fire. I love this, but I think I'd like a little bit better if it was a different font." You said, "No problem, bro." You sent it over in a few minutes. I was like, "Dude, this dude like he's just like super quick on response time, willing to like work with me even though I haven't paid him any money. Like he's just like, this is just like a first interaction, and I'm like asking if you can change the font, and you're like, bro, it's nothing, easy. Re-uploaded it to the Google Drive. I uploaded that for IG. And so just from like start to finish, man, it's been like super pleasant. Most people wouldn't do that. They'd be like, "Man, forget this guy, bro. He's already making me freaking do some extra stuff." Hell nah. So anyways, I was grateful, man. I was grateful. And yeah, it's been nothing but professional and a great experience so far.
Apart from that, what was your process like? before we started working together, essentially. And I know you can hear my voice is shaking. Apologies, I'm freezing out here. It's late at night. So
You're
yeah,
good, bro. This man's a hustler. He's still out, still working, man, no matter what.
by any means, man.
So the question is, repeat it one more time. So where was I? What was my process as far as creating content?
Yeah, what was your process like in terms of creating content before we started working together and before I started handling content for you?
I should be evolving along with you, right? Like as long as you're like teach me how to do this stuff, and I evolve definitely because I've learned a lot from you. But my content is still like as far as how it's structured and how I prepare is really like finding a good idea, at least something I enjoy and think I'm gonna enjoy talking about and teaching about or breaking down or reacting to, and putting it in the notes app on my phone. And I have a long list of things. I'm like, all right, cool. These are things that intrigue me. These are things that are trending. These are things that I'm just knowledgeable about. These are I'm an expertise at whatever. And then cool. Then I can decide there how I want to kind of disseminate those topics and those, that kind of content. But really that was it, man. But then you freaking again, above and beyond, teaching me about vidIQ and freaking, breaking all the things down, like how you can find trending topics, what you should talk about. Hey, this topic is probably recommended. You should talk about this more because it's likely that you're gonna get better views and engagement. So yeah, man, I mean, now my the way of like preparing content is a lot different because of you. But really it just started off from like, okay, cool, what do I want to talk about? Right? What am I passionate about? Be like, okay, cool, yeah, do that. But also let me teach you how to also be like not only just, like use your passion side of your brain, but also let's get analytical where we can make sure you're not wasting your time. So yeah, bro, that's kind of what I was doing.
You can integrate passion to like the analytical side of things, although that's gonna take like a lot more time, a lot more thoughts behind it. How you're gonna take like the analytical part, the stuff that's blowing up, the stuff that's highly in search, highly in demand, how you take that and then pivot that inside the video to formulate your idea around. How has working together affected essentially your YouTube or your overall business growth?
All positive for sure, man. I mean, just because, I mean, obviously that's what we're working together to do. Like, let's grow, let's get better engagement, let's get better views, let's get, just people subscribing, like following, things like that. And it's definitely been that for sure. And so as far as how it's been, it's been nothing but positive, right? Like it's all up from here. And so, but obviously that shows your work ethic, the knowledge that you know, because a lot of people, even though they or like maybe they grew up with social media like most of us have, that doesn't mean they know what to do. Like that doesn't mean they know how to I guess distribute social media, how to package it, all the different little things. Like it really feels like you have like a legitimate PhD when it comes to social media, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Reels, all that stuff. And so yeah, man, it's been great, all positive, bro.
How have we affected your day-to-day life by managing your content and just taking care of your
Yeah.
content?
Dude, taking off a lot of workload, man. Like you said, super busy. Like we all are, right? Not special, but we're all super busy and we need help. Like the thing is this, man, content is king. You obviously need to distribute your content if you're an entrepreneur for sure. But I mean, even in some of these other industries, like it's good to have a digital footprint. Like it's good to have a personal brand. Like your personal brand is your business card. So yes, we all know it. Social media is important, but do you have the time to do it? And so that's exactly why I was like, hey, let me entertain this guy because I want to talk about if he can really do what he's saying. Luckily, obviously, I found out that that was true, and you were like, you weren't just freaking blowing smoke, but you were legit. You're like, yeah, man, I can do this. And so it really helped a lot because it saved me a lot of time. Like it saved me a lot of effort, saved me a lot of, I mean, do like you said, bro, even thumbnails, bro, like freaking makes me want to throw up in my mouth. I don't even want to talk about making thumbnails, bro. There's just so much freaking work creating thumbnails and titles and descriptions and like, how do we, like what's a catchy hook, all this stuff. And you're like, don't worry about it. I can just tell you. Like I have the answers, bro. It's easy, right? And yeah, so I'm grateful for that, man, because of course we can all figure it out if we want to Google stuff. Google's free. I can figure it out. But how much time do you have to actually go and figure it out and study the algorithm and study these different platforms? Because they're all different, bro. LinkedIn's different from YouTube, and YouTube's different from IG. IG's different from TikTok, and it's just they're different ways you need to edit your content, and you have the answers to all of them, bro. So I'm grateful. You guys saved me a ton of freaking time. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do any of the things I'm doing right now.
Mm, definitely. I just want to touch back on what you said earlier on about how you can either find the information or pay for the information. So like I don't know where the saying comes
Hmm.
from, but like it's something that I've heard a lot, and the saying goes like this, like the game is to be sold, not sold. You're either going to pay with your money or you're going to pay with your time. Because like you can
Hmm.
always get money, but time is something you won't be
Fact.
able to get back. And
Ever.
content is such a low priority source for people who run businesses that I don't think it's worth, I don't know about you, but I don't think it's worth spending 4 to 6 hours every single day creating content,
Yeah.
scripting videos, filming
Yeah, man.
videos, editing videos, uploading them as well. So that's just my take on it. What's your take on it?
100%. Yeah. I mean, we know how important it is, but like, are you doing it? Like, do you have the time? Like, it's just like, because if you talk about necessities, as far as being in business, I would consider social media a necessity. But as far as everyday people, that's not a necessity. Like, making money, number one, so you can provide for yourself and your family is a necessity. So working, you know, travel, things like that. Like, there's certain things like where it's like a necessity, like I can't go without it, literally like to live. But social media, when it comes to all those other things like eating, freaking drinking, working out in the morning, staying fit, whatever, all those other things that are legitimate priorities, social media kind of falls lower on the totem pole. And so that doesn't mean you should just freaking throw it away and say, it doesn't matter. We don't need to do it. No, it just means like you need to hire someone to do it for you. Like it's very important, bro. If you want to freaking grow a business, if you want to grow a personal brand, if you want to be somebody that I don't want to say somebody that matters because that sounds crazy just because you're not on social media that you don't matter. But if you want to like have an impact on people around you, you want to be able to distribute your message to everyone and affect, the next generation or maybe your current generation, whatever it is, bro. If you want to make an impact on people, content's the way to go. You can only impact so many people in your own town. So you're gonna have to get online so you can talk to people around the freaking world. Like just like how you and I got connected. The internet and social media is a beautiful thing because you're all the way in South Africa. I'm here in the United States and we're connecting right now, talking, and we've been working together for almost freaking year. So yeah, man, social media and the internet is like connects people, man. It's all about community. But if you don't put in the work to do it yourself, which is a lot of work, like we just said, 4 to 6 hours of all that work throughout the day making content, or do the easier thing, which for some people might seem harder, which is investing financially in somebody who can do it for you, then you're just stuck. You're just stuck talking about how important you think it is, but you're not really doing anything about it. So I'd rather do something about it, man. Invest in your money and just boom, let's do this already. Simple.
And what's your mindset around investing in content? Because obviously, if you have like money to invest, you could like run ads instead as a business owner. So
Hmm.
like, what made you invest in content rather than paid ads or in doing call outreach and all these other strategies to scale or grow your business?
Organic content is king. Going organic is just the king, man. Like if you can make it off of organic reach and organic engagement, then that means people legitimately like who you are. Your content, caught fire because you were just legit as a person, and the person who edited it put it together great. But if you're paying for ads, which I believe there's a space for that as well, if you're paying for ads, then you're not even really sure if you're reaching the right person, number one, because you paid to be put in front of them. And you're just not really sure how legit that relationship or that connection is with them. Like it was like you paid to be put in front of them. So there's an important aspect of that. Sure, pay for ads. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like do it. Like I might do it one day. But you shouldn't only be doing that. Organic should be the number one focus because organic is what's going to tell you your content's actually good or not. Your paid ads, you can do that and you're going to get put in front of people because you paid anyways. But it doesn't mean you're going to get results because you can pay for it all day long. But if your freaking content is trash, bro, because you're editing yourself and you're not paying another to do it for you, then you're not going to get anywhere, bro. You're paying for ads forever. You're throwing money away and time. Now you're stuck. How are you going to throw money and time away? Pick one to freaking lose, but not both. Come on, bro. So I'd rather be like, all right, listen, man, let me hire him to make my organic reach fire, and then I'm good to go. And then if I decide to pay for an ad later, or I boost that video that went organically viral, and I boost that one, I pay for that, we going to the moon. I'm freaking down for that. That's what I want to do.
How I see it is that ads aren't necessarily bad as you said, but like if you invest a lot in ads versus you invest a lot in like organic content, like you're gonna get higher returns on organic content over a longer period of
Hmm.
time. And like organic content is like that long-term investing that has that
Yeah,
exponential gain essentially. So essentially you
exactly.
become a billboard yourself and then ads just become amplified because people already know about you and they already like you and then they already trust you. So when you try to reach a broader audience, the content's already there and even these social media platforms have these pixels, these AI
Yep.
machinery, which track all of this data and just can link you with the t right type of people. So yeah, that's essentially my take on ads and organic content.
Yep.
What advice
Crazy.
would you give others who were in your position, who are on the fence and considering on either working with me or investing in any type of content? Like, what would you say to them right now?
I would say money loves speed. And that just means that, like I said, you can Google all this stuff and you can study and you can put in the work to learn whatever you need to learn. Or you can just hire someone who already knows what to do and already has a solution to your problem. And you can hire them to do it and you can get it done immediately. And so, and your growth is like exponential because it's like, okay, I don't have to, I can focus on what I'm really good at, the necessities for me in my life, and I can have someone else take care of the other stuff so that I don't have to worry about that and I can buy my time back. The whole thing about this, man, is not about just like, dude, just give your money away and everything's gonna be solved. No, because there are bad investments too. But I'm telling you right now from experience, this is a good investment because it's from experience. Like I know it's not like I'm just doing this interview with you after a month of working with you. Nah, bro, it's been almost a year. So it's different. Like I know what I'm talking about. Freaking do it. Stop playing around. Anyways, I digress. So yeah, man, what I see is like it's all about just investing in yourself, man, investing in your business. If you don't invest in yourself or in your business, um, then you're just gonna be stuck, bro. It's simple as that, man. Like my mentor Bedros, who I'm at his headquarters right now, we work together. He has hired so many freaking coaches, man, from speaking coaches. Mind you, this is somebody who came from Armenia back in the 80s. It was communist country, right? And he came out here, didn't speak English, so he had to learn the language. He was the immigrant kid out here. So he had a chip on his shoulder and he had to prove himself even more because he wasn't from here, right? But he hired all these coaches from a speaking coach to, how to be a better, like not even just speaking like when it comes to like Toastmasters, like public speaking, but he took improv classes so he can learn how to use his humor and like loosen up when he's speaking and increase his vocabulary and freaking then he's got a coach for like he's done therapy for a year and a half. Like he's hired so many different people to help him get better at whatever area he feels he needs to get better. And because of those coaches he hired, dude is making 200 million a year, super successful, just good at a lot of things that he tries and what he does because he's done the work, man. You hire coaches to time collapse what you can accomplish. It's just like reading a good book. You can go on Google and try and search some things and put it together, or watch a bunch of YouTube videos, or you can just read a really good book from somebody who's experienced and they took 20 years of their expertise and they put it into one freaking book for you. 20 years of experience in one book. It's the same thing with hiring a coach. Take whoever like they can do it for you. Like take their expertise, pay them to do it, and it's like a shot. Instead of freaking drinking like all these different glasses, whatever, just take a shot. You get the same thing, bro. So, anyways, I know you think that's funny, bro, but I'm dead serious, bro.
Like if you know me in person, like I won't smile like this. But like, bro, because of this interview, bro, the jokes you're slinging left and right, bro, I can't even concentrate. But yeah, anyways, do you have any like final statements or questions, whether it be about thinking where we've taken you from and where you've been now on your YouTube channel, the service or anything you want to say to people watching this video?
I just want to say I'm grateful for you, man. I mean, just like talking man to man for a second, just say I'm grateful for you because like I said, you didn't have to go above and beyond in a lot of different things, man. And you know some of the things I'm talking about. Like I don't want to air everything out right now because we'll be talking for another freaking hour, all the good deeds you've done. But I'm just grateful for all of them, man. Like going above and beyond with helping me with scripting, which you didn't have to do that, or going above and beyond and like re-editing reels, or going above and beyond and putting captions together for me, or giving me different titles where you say, hey, I like the title you picked, but what if we do like this? And just a small little change gets way more engagement and views, whatever. And I'm grateful for that, man. Like having someone on your team that is a quote unquote expert at something is freaking great. Like that's awesome. I think we all should be hanging around people that are smarter than us in different areas. And I'm grateful for that, man. And everyone watching this video could be doing the same thing. They know that they want to do something. I don't know what your business is, whoever's watching this, if you're like a cook, or you're freaking in fitness, or just self-development or whatever it is, man, or freaking girls out there doing eyelashes or whatever you're doing, bro. You literally are one step away from just freaking having this business take off if you just pay someone to do the content for you, and then he can make you famous and you make a bunch of money and that's it, bro. Simple as that, bro. So stop playing games, man. Invest in yourself, invest in your business. Because what you're doing up to this point hasn't gotten you as far as you'd like to. So I know you need to do it. but you just have to make sure you do it. So that's it, man. That's all I'll say for them.
All right. That's all, man. There's like 3 minutes left of this conversation. I really appreciate you coming out today, man. Appreciate you taking time out of
Hell
your day
yeah.
to just hop on this call with me because I understand once again you're super busy, bro. Family man,
No worries.
Bedros, Squire, MKD. There's too many things to even name. Gym. But
For
yeah,
real, bro.
I just really
Don't
appreciate you,
stop.
man.
Yep.
Just
Yes, sir, man. Anytime, bro. I'm glad I can freaking connect with you, man. Hopefully this video does well, bro, because that's what it's all about, man. Much love, bro. I appreciate everything you've done. I meant every word that I said.